Abisia asemo ensembi abeto emontia enya asem keto yelitia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ho na na say yenya enti se university bi wo US and Linguist University anka omo pese omo honor His Excellency John Dramani Mahama doctrine na enti ya samba se omo withdraw sa doctrine na nko omo pese omo ana John Dramani Mahama ni na afa Chief Justice Tokono ensema chese edi Ghana bedwa chese maami se de NDC for edene fa so a chese omonzo a omo anya botaye enya so se wayese no omudi tu ade so ena chese da university ejina so a omo withdraw doctrine ana na omo pese omo de ema His Excellency John Dramani na ebuse wonsem yemore na yinkotie bi emba.
Brought us to Pennsylvania was two events which were piggybacked on yesterday's event, the UN. And so when we're coming to the UN, we had two invitations, and one of them is tomorrow by the World Affairs Council. But the other one was Lincoln University invited us. And I want to say that there's a historic link between Ghana and Pennsylvania. There's a historic link between Ghana and Lincoln University. Whatever disagreements have come up, for me, Lincoln University holds a special place in my heart. Because those are hallowed grounds for Ghana. It is part of our history. We cannot divorce Lincoln University from the history of Ghana. That is where our first president, was nurtured with his intellectual capacity and his Pan-Africanist spirit. And it was from there he took that spark and led the liberation struggle, not only in Ghana but across the African continent. And so the grounds of Lincoln are hallowed grounds for Ghanaians, and will continue to hold that institution in high esteem. But let me say now, please,
the dismissal of the Chief Justice, that was their major concern, among others. But they won't tell you. The dismissal of the Chief Justice was the major concern. They won't tell you. You see, but they came out bearing the headline, say, when LGBT or Mampeni, LGBT, no, what has Mampeni done about it? Has he even introduced any government-sponsored bill? Has he introduced any government-sponsored bill? And Yakase, President Mahama, I could introduce a bill via Parliament in Tino, ye fair no so the Akenason. A day no Mampeni Mahama, why ye about LGBT and Untino, Bibe de Betrinason? What has he done? Tell me. We are not kids in this country for the greatest of the respect. And you know, we will not allow President Mahama to hide behind this Lincoln thing to gain any kind of sympathy. My biggest disappointment is in the leadership of Assemblies of God and the Catholic Bishop Conference in a very disappointing way. Omampeni Etra U10 Ekase now LGBT after so our weaponized their propaganda and any power no I promise it not we're trying to free one is rather a low banner. It's rather a low priority. At the time of Okasano, there's the time of Mumbu and Semumano, a church or letter, a deep prison.
I see.
A man who cried, and Neddy Ukrumuha. See a man who cried, Neddy Ukrumuha. A bedroom rebino, ye man as of some political agenda, Nian Kano cry. A bedroom rebuke can praise the Lord, Rubian, so hallelujah. And to me, what Asemia President Mahama Kanyi, Senka President Kufuor and Kokaya, all hell would have broken loose. I saw from Penny for Ukrumuha, they were giving President Kufuor the ultimatum. Threaten as if so are cracking to a beer or two or monchain. And they, some for ya, President Mahama share a promise so oba semra as a priority they dealing with LGBT omo se mu ma no bo tongues akese gu ni so no enei omo okumu ha enso bia zepo everybody is mute and quiet rather no omo throw letters the bomb President Mahama Bas. What kind of hypocrisy is that? Cause Senegal president a Muslim president Basiru Faye or a Muslim,
yeah,
in a Christian minority country, no, or say, a Mrana or Crampono, a more Mremano against LGBT. Was I think Timbiaka now association for LGBT in Senegal, 10 years imprisonment, 2026 and was signed. As yet, and we have a software, fake prophecies, and a minimum Emma. A true election, woman, Abba, pulpit, Abba, at the agenda, the Muslim presidential candidate. Say, yeah, Makai, I'm a Muslim, and Medigana, so, yeah, Makai, I'm a Muslim, Medigana, so. Meanwhile, a Muslim in a Christian minority country today has legislated against LGBT with 10 years imprisonment. Yet, Emma, the moment I must yes, or yet, Christo Nina, or no, and I'm a bomb Payamano, or no, Namujini disse, Oba, Abba Bebois, Aje, Yamamre, Gideon, some LGBT, some or no more. As a lowest priority, not 2021 year free COVID, not any basic needs. And you know, the hypocrisy of the CSOs, the hypocrisy of some of our clergymen, the hypocrisy of the communicable bodies must be called out. May I suffer, but it must be called out because yama integrity no kredie ankoso okromu ha ebe kakra no yenchine ayeye as a Christopher no ebe yira when omo ayedi in 2028 ebeba omo preach omo pulpit so say a Muslim ni emana be president ye pe Christo ni. Please, let's be honest in this country. And same way President Akufo-Addo and someone President Mahama Koka o US the recent panel discussions so say all distancing
it bound to happen. Are you talking about that one?
Sponsored bill, a democracy that is playing out, a private members bill, and or say when the bill is even passed, their decision will be guided by social cohesion, human rights, of everybody, and even the withdrawal of Lincoln University's honorary doctorate degree. And no bad guy, and then President Mahama say Lincoln University honorary doctorate now it will guide him to even consult development partners. Who promises what they pressure add to Akufo-Addo so on sign. At that time, no what consulted development partners are now.
All right.
You represent before what I want to point out is that President Mahama is not the president of his own country. He is president of a sovereign people, and sovereignty resides in the will of the people. And to know we are president, you must represent the aspirations of the people. Your priority must be the priority of the people. 93% of the population by Afrobarometer CDD survey say yes, say LGBT bill a priority. And then President Mahama, what in team teacher manuals? Edia koma a teacher for say woman fan children korade say o your ba o your bema o to be cry me na nye de tua na ye de watenka wo mu and we are quiet in this country. We will not sit down. Some of us we have been consistent on this position. Brani aban was you can be chire aban. And to the President Mahama na me babe suru no ma ban was as deputy minister mansuro bia me kamadwen and to ye be kan adwen wo bia say kan bi chire ye be kan chire wo
ya chade o na wo ka bi say President Mahama Lincoln University bounce no or say LGBT that impression according to you say impression that we create say LGBT activist been a share ma ye bounce no okay who say you don't believe that because it's a Spain to save the situation. How do I also believe you say the Lincoln University for also say the reason why they bounced him say the sacking of the Chief Justice?
Today now is suspicion and if you are doubting suspicion and then say Chief Justice no sacking no Enti eno withdraw because no action or no ankasa ye is on record. About no LGBT. Tell me, and then President Mahama, the bill that was even passed by Parliament, was it passed under his time? Was it passed at the time I know president? Or by Bill Benny passing about LGBT? And a bill Ben on introduced about LGBT. So on what basis will somebody sanction a president who is distancing himself from LGBT? A president I know publicly say LGBT is the lowest priority. On what basis? And we beggars was sanctioned. At the time the president of America, Donald Trump, or be a president, Lincoln University in America. Donald Trump American University in every university, any education institution, was say LGBT too, LGBT curriculum. He has cut off funding to you. You will never enjoy state funding if LGBT and in America, President Trump, that's what he has done. Or by the first foreign policy decision or take here, any orientation, instruction, or demand ambassadors, and say all the foreign envoys, baby, a crowby, the reason and the basis are wouldn't or mine be related, say or mine. LGBT so crampa, you can sanction them. That is the policy principle or the money for envoys. And under President Trump, America. Nasa University be the LGBT or Mampeni, Lincoln University, doctorate degree, or the LGBT, the lowest priority, so that you can go and get honorary doctorate. Obabe Mampeni, Abo Yamamre Hoba and answer Obey Mampeni, secondary doctorate, honorary doctorate.
But honorable, your bill be to say affirmative action bill, the RTI bill. There are a lot of bills called Parliament, and it took us some to even 10 years. Not the honourable and I ain't mean passing any idea. Don't you think that sometimes a bill be called Parliament? We have to go through a lot of hands to read it. Say a boy what say the affirmative action on RTI say I don't know what is the difference between and we say
Ozega Bella a year for Fred Baya. Mansu be bribah right from 2021. Mansu be 7 and a bam. Where they court and where they court. Now in Jansi a court tosso near ya near solve now court no from circuit court to high court all the way to Supreme Court. If she different stakeholders or be an argument, yeah, Nika cross Emma Ben Femi and Santa Mia Passy ye way from the way shim, ye way from the way shim, is ya so for she's ya, Imam for she's ya him for about 9 Ghana Fanana. Ye we Emma Supreme Court to cry bra, not president, chance a bebana nimwesi hujina, na injunction cry a dasso, said, ma speaker, fanko, my president, no. Supreme Court to Sunya, but dia seminar Ebuya say a sacrosanct problem be anyone. Some way mra as a sankudi even 2 days of parliament ana. So no credit na pese kan okromua. Such a bill na mo opposition and na hia mo passing bibia no. Sam George to make us on the pressure beto President Mahama so ya wo kan we ente ne nkabiu. The President Mahama na kan ye sami jamfi won hu nyina everybody spoke about this LGBT and the propaganda. And you know, the Omo can ya ne hia wo no speaker bag me anka sakra gina mu ye wie sanka eba ya the same bill na ke de ko enu pono sanka de ko ya adakro just for the purpose of passing through ko ya as many fast tracking and say I say no I within 2 hours ya pass it under certificate of urgency na say where your private mess bill enti won't be put under certificate of urgency within 2 days no you bet me as shepherd that bill no go be bien ma akwa and yenya atwom and a wokrum ha and then deception and then nada and na obinum e dey pivot nti omo use no as a weapon and this is the way they will treat it. I am telling you and I've said it many times say one more no mo ye ewo NDC omo dey LGBT e dey dada so for dey dada Ghana fo nyina omo akoma mu no na nya dia omo pene so because NDC no a liberal party and this MPP a conservative party, we kept. As untumi nye NDC ni, you can say untumi nye NDC ni LGBT ho because they are liberals. Liberal be out say Democrat US. They say other liberal parties around the world. They also saw LGBT, so all their partners are LGBT people. Okay. All their friends are LGBT parties. And you know untumi